Ginger ale.
Ginger ale, eh?
Well, Blair, welcome back.
Thank you.
Season 25, 26 is just
25,
kind of getting
26.
going.
This will be my 10th season.
Wow, that's a big one.
Yeah, 10th season, yeah. Because I started in 15 or 16 with that Polaris. I bought a showroom model, tight aluminum, like right off the floor.
Yeah.
But I got it for 16 grand all in.
Ooh.
Yeah. That was my first like real mountain sled.
Yeah, the Khaos.
Yeah. No. This was the 16 Pro.
Pro.
Yeah, I never bought the Khaos until Kaptain Khaos really never came into
But it wasn't a Pro, the 16. 15 was the last year, the Pro. You were into the Axis.
Access Pro.
But RMK.
RMK
Yeah.
Pro. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it wasn't the
Axis chassis.
Access chassis, the Khaos wasn't a thing yet. Yeah.
But you didn't create your Kaptain Khaos name until you bought the
I
Khaos.
had the Khaos. So I had 4 years of riding and just like skiing and falling around Pete Longston and getting to whoever would ride with me, right?
Yeah.
And then once I got to Khaos, she was like, you got to do a separate thing off your Instagram. You know, you got to do it. And she kind of came up with the name, you know. She's like, you're always in the shit.
Captain.
You know, so you might as well call yourself Captain Khaos.
It gets a little chaotic sometimes.
Yes, most of the time.
So the 10th year.
Yeah,
big
10th
plans
year.
this year or what?
Yeah, I always say, like, I was in Sicamous last year, and that was good because I came just at the right time. You know, it was an epic month. I'm going to stay home this year, but I think I'm going to go to the X Games.
Really?
Yeah.
Because they have snowmobiling there.
Yeah, they got snowmobiling's back, so I'm going to just go as a fan. You know, 2 days in Aspen.
Yeah.
Fly out of Spokane here, fly right into Aspen.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
Seems like it's pretty easy to go down there then.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I was like, oh, it's gonna be a logistical nightmare because I've been to Colorado a bunch of times. My buddy Dave lived there, and just going from Denver into the mountains on I-70s, nightmare.
Yeah.
And the X Games going on. If you get a little bit bad weather, that Eisenhower Tunnel is just. We're just a small slide story. Before I was in the sledding. I went skiing. Go to with my buddy Dave, and we're coming out of the Eisenhower Tunnel, and people come from pavement to mountains. Literally, that's where the mountains became the Eisenhower Tunnel, right?
Yeah.
And you come out of there, and people wiping out everywhere in the ditches because they're coming out at such high speeds and
From traction
to ice.
Yeah.
And the weather on this side of the tunnel, on this side of the tunnel, is totally different. It's very weird.
But it's a long tunnel.
It's super long, yeah. Yeah, it's
not like Fernie.
No.
Even though we get that effect in Fernie at that tunnel.
It goes right through the mountain.
This is actually a full
It goes through the
one
mountain.
side is
Yeah.
different than the other. The climates are
Climates
totally
are,
different.
yeah. And when we go through, I'm like, what's all the trucks that he goes, dude? You think they'd learn that you can't come out of this tunnel full go, right? You got to slow down. But X Games, so right out of Spokane, super cheap, made it easy, right?
How much is a ticket to go watch?
I haven't even looked yet. I was gonna bug Turcotte and see how that all.
Yeah.
Maybe you can get a press pass, or maybe I can, But the thing with press pass is a lot of insurance involved with that. Yeah. So.
No, go have fun.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Go have fun.
You and Jillian, or
No, I think we're gonna try to get a little bit of crew together. There's some guys from Salt Lake that are going. I think I'm gonna maybe try to get my buddy Dave from Florida to go. Get a little bit of crew together.
So I was actually just talking about this when it came out with my wife, and we were looking up the two different classes that are going to be there. So they got racing and speed and style.
Yeah.
Now, is speed and style, this is what I thought it is, confirm if I'm right, is it where the sleds go around the snowcross track and they got to do a lapped time and jump and do tricks over each jump?
Yeah, because they had hill cross before. So that was, it was like,
4 sleds would line up and all.
They would do like snowcross.
Yeah.
A ton of sleds, but it would be on a mountain, and they would go around. And I think someone beat Brant. It was Simmons. Jay Simmons. Anyways,
a long time ago.
It was a long time ago. Yeah.
Years.
This was It's been a while, and everyone was, okay, Brant's gonna take this, and I think he got tossed off his sled or something because those corners are. If you're not into snowcross. If you watch any snowcross and you're into that corner, off the gas and then back on the gas, right? And then you get just and then the ice and the thing that come off to your face, man. It's crazy. I couldn't do it.
No.
Yeah, it's a totally different.
I used to watch it. I love that one.
Yeah.
I really would hope they would bring that one back. So that's not back. It's a speed and style that's back.
Speed and style. Yeah.
So the freestyle guys like Turcotte, you know, he's fast on his sled, but he's not racing snowcross. He can go down there, do tricks off each jump.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming the snowcross track will be in pristine shape.
Oh yeah.
So they can and then line up and hit.
and then line up and hit. Yeah.
So that'll be the popular one. Racing is always popular.
Yeah.
But
they'll have you'll have your pro ISOC guys there that race in Minnesota all the time. They're obviously going to go. And who else got to invite? Cormier? I can't. There's a bunch of Brandon Cormier got invited. All the guys that can basically flip. You know, that are going to get invited, right? So
that's good. I'm glad that racing, it'll create some stuff. So I did read a little bit. There was an article, I can't remember where the article was, but Arctic Cat shared it actually. And I thought it was going to involve some Arctic Cat news, and it didn't. Right. It literally was just news on how the spectators of X Games have been dropping. Yeah. Over the last 10 years. And it's gotten so low that they needed to make a big change. And it's not just that they're adding snowmobiles to X Games as a change. They're going with AI judging. Yeah. That's the big one. And so there's been some unhappy people and then obviously some happy people.
How do you judge style though? How do you you could prompt it all you want.
We don't understand AI well enough. So we can't judge it.
Yeah.
It may be good. I don't know.
Like,
so there's reason to be concerned. I get. There's some concerned athletes.
But the judges are usually experienced people of the sport that know how and bias doesn't really go on because they want to see who's the best, right? You know, they're not going to be biased towards anybody. AI you call it style, and I don't even know how to recognize style. You know,
can teach it.
You can teach it. Whoever's prompting it, I guess you can teach it. But
you know, and so snowboard halfpipe, for example, they're gonna have a judge for that. And there's 3 judges. You know, you have Sean White and whoever else. Typically, the best of the best.
Right.
But now, do they take someone like him, Sean, and teach AI to what to look for and style?
Yeah, but it's a moment, it's a feeling. You know, you're there. You know, the crowd is loud. That could affect your judging. Yeah, if they really they could have sensors to. I don't know. I'd have to see a demonstration of how it's done and to. Well, I guess we'll see.
It's the first year.
First year,
so
we'll
you're
see.
Gonna be there.
It'll be interesting.
Now you know what to look for when you're down there.
Right.
See how that's going.
100%. Yeah.
So what else you got planned? Big trips?
Well, we got the big trip this weekend.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, we're going to
Secret Creek.
East.
We'll go east. West Kootenays.
West Kootenays. Yeah. Secret Creek. I flew over yesterday.
It's white.
It's white. It's very white.
Well, it's not geographically. It's not that far south of Revelstoke.
Yeah. It's as the crow flies. I just watched Muskoka's videos there when Cody. Yeah. And I think they were out.
Compressed.
They were out towards the ferry riding.
So they're down by the ferry, or did they cross the ferry?
I'm not too sure, but they used Caslow's. I was like, why are they? So I called. I messaged Calvin. I'm like, why would Kaslow respond to that, to a Revelstoke thing? He goes, either they're busy, they've already got another call, or that's actually closer than Revelstoke. I don't know how that would be.
So they must have been somewhere
must have been busy.
Up and around north of Kaslow, or loops back around to the ferry.
Yeah.
And something I wanted to say in the podcast and to you and everybody else, I've done the search and rescue thing where we've called and asked for help. And I've had a friend lay there in agony. And after I watched this, I thought the exact same thing. Search and rescue does a fantastic job, and it's free. It's free.
Yes.
If you have money to spare and you want to get off that mountain now, don't be afraid to call a helicopter company. Yeah. Give them your coordinates. Give them your visa number. Yeah. If his back was bad, but not horrible.
Couldn't ride out.
He couldn't ride out. Yeah. But I've had a friend where it was bad, and he's screaming in pain. And, you know, if we would have thought about it more, I would have just... I didn't know how long it was going to take for them to get there. But... you know, they got to get ready. You know, they got to get a safe work plan.
Yeah.
They got to, you know, all that's got to get aligned. They're doing their lively outdoor activities with their families. They all got to come in from whatever they were doing. And it all takes time. Or now, just call the helicopter company if you want to spend the $1,000 or $1,500, whatever it is, and you want off that mountain now and put it in an ambulance. The ambulance, if you call 911, they will put an ambulance at the helipad for you, and you and a friend can fly off. If you have a friend with first aid that wants to treat you during the flight, you come down, you land, he goes into the ambulance, they take over. And that it would be the quickest route.
If you can sit in a seat, yes. If you can sit in a seat. If they've got to put you in a stretcher, don't get me wrong, those helicopter guys, they know they have that set up. But you would need to pre-tell them.
It's one of those things. It's the decision of the group. Now, if you want to just fly that heli up, and the guy's got to accept the payment. Are you in enough pain that you're willing to pay for this? Okay. Well, where's your credit card?
100%.
Or I can use mine. You just got to pay me back later.
100%. Absolutely.
So that's something to think about. It does take a while, and I've always thought that.
And
you know, if there's an avalanche, I may not wait for search and rescue to come.
Especially if you're critically we're going to make that call. The medic or whoever the person's going to make that call. If you can't stabilize someone, as much as, you know, search and rescue is free, but it does take time. They have protocols they have to follow. You know, and it's going to and it's a volunteer thing. People, like you said, they got lives. They're here. They're there. You know.
And some helicopter companies are dropping skiers off, and then they're back and forth. And while they're waiting for skiers to ski down, they can fly over, land, pick up, land, drop, go back at their skiers.
I don't think I've ever been to Revelstoke and not seen a helicopter fly by.
And Cranbrook, for example, our helicopter company is not very busy in the winter. They will literally come the second you call. They don't have any work. Well, they do have work, but not nearly as much because there's no skiing. There's no firefighting, and we don't have skiing here.
That's right.
Anyway, so back to what you got planned.
The X Games, and then I think we're in a banger year for snow. I just have this feeling I had, and it's more of a feeling than I've ever had before. So, I'm trying to make snowmobiling cheaper.
And the science is showing it.
So
it's going to be warm. We're not going to get a lot of cold spells. If we do, it's going to be nuts, because I guarantee you there'll be a warm front of moisture through, and the cold will come in after, and it's just going to puke. But we're going to get probably low snow in town, if I had to guess. Which is fine. We're going to get lots of rain in town, and there'll be that, 4 or 5 degrees in town. Snowing up high. A little worried about Revelstoke. It's already getting bad every year where the parking lot's mud. Every freaking year.
It rains down low.
It's mud.
It's a rainforest.
And now it's going to be even worse, I think, this year. People are going to... And Revelstoke's going to have to think of what they're going to do for a parking lot, because it's going to be muddy, and they're going to be a kilometer of dirt. It's the same thing every year now. You're a kilometer of dirt.
It's really... People ask me all the time, they want to come up, and they're like, let's go to Revelstoke. And I love Revelstoke for a different reason than the average snowmobiler coming in here. Because it attracts every rider there, and they drive past our house, past our areas. They all, I just said, like, Revelstoke is a real small spot on the big map. They all go there, but we're lucky here. We'll never see that kind of ridership. Where it gets, don't get me wrong, they have an epic terrain, an epic snowfall. But you can have all the epic snowfall you want. It's tracked out. You
got to be there quick for the main areas. You got to be the day of the snowfall. You got to be there.
100%.
Or you've got to know all the other spots.
You've got to.
Or you're paying.
Or you're paying.
$600-700 for a guide. And he'll take you out.
And he'll take you. Or unless you spent years learning, going and kind of pushing, to those areas.
And people are learning a few of the spots.
They are, and the mapping has come a long way.
Mapping has come.
It gives you confidence to get back. But
you're not going to do back to your winter. I wanted to ask. So last year you went.
I was Sickamoose.
Are you going to do it?
No, I'm trying to make sledding a little bit.
You're going to keep your zip code local here.
And then I'll go. On the regular trips that I go on, right? But I'm not going to stay Sicamous this year because, like I said, I think the snow is going to be better here.
So one thing on making your winter cheaper, this trailer we just purchased.
Yep.
So come spring, when you're not having the -10s, -15s at night,
Yeah.
I mean, you can still do it, but you'd be running that furnace all night long.
Yes.
But I wanted to stay in the trailer.
Yeah,
So
Josh stays in his trailer.
I got a cot.
Yeah.
So you get a couple buddies together, roll your cots out.
Yeah.
4 guys comfortably would sleep in that
Yeah.
trailer.
Yeah.
So 4 sleds come out, and then you got the heater. I would probably want a 30-pound propane bottle on the front, or a spare propane bottle.
Yeah, because proper venting. Make sure you have the
No,
cranked.
you don't have to worry about that. It's just like an RV furnace. It's no
Yeah.
different than an RV.
Okay.
So you sleep in your RV in the
Right.
winter time or in the
Right.
summer, and the furnace comes on. No different.
No different.
It vents out.
Right.
Well, what I mean is you want a bigger propane bottles because I bet you the furnace has to run all frickin' night because it's cold.
It's not insulated.
They're insulated,
They're just very,
but
just
It's
got
thin.
that foam board, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I want to do that, and got a few trips I want to do like I do every year. The one going north of Golden.
Yep.
So
Yep.
I want to go stay up there.
yeah.
Like we've done day trips in the past,
Yep.
and I've done
Yep.
trips to.
It's a long way for a day
long-
trip.
well, even Golden Hotel. Well, now you're spending all that money
Yeah.
in a hotel in Golden,
Yeah.
and you still have to drive all the way out of there.
Absolutely. It's
Just stay there.
just stay there.
There was a crew in there last year when I went in with
Yeah.
some friends, and they actually met them. I thought I forgot my boots.
Right.
And they lent me a pair of those mucker
yeah.
rubber boots.
Yeah.
And anyways, I lift my jacket up. Oh, there's my boots. So I get to know these guys. And they were staying up there for a couple days. And that was right as Chatter was opening.
Yeah.
So that as it opened, they were the first ones to go up and,
Right.
and ride Chatter off this location that they were camping from.
Okay. Yeah, no, it's there. You know, we usually go to the same, but I'd like to try some of those finger roads. You know, those.
Yep.
You know, there's lots of terrain there.
That spot we go is a long ride.
It is.
One day.
Yes.
That's all I need.
Yeah.
I don't need to
Yeah.
do that 2 or 3 days in
Yeah.
a row like I've
Yeah.
done before.
Right.
There's a lot of other locations that are
You can
a lot quicker to ride.
100%.
and check out.
Absolutely. You're like, and you know, we got lots of riding here, tons of riding here. But yeah, I'm just, I may go to out West Sled Fest. I may. Wally wants to go. He's got his big new truck, his new sunglass company. He kind of wants to promote there.
This is from Sycamore.
Yeah, Wally from 365 Design, Suns Out, Guns Out glasses. So he's done. It's kind of taken off.
Sweet.
He's doing super good, so he wants to go. So he wants to kind of hit the American market, kind of promote that. So I said that's a good event to
Go
go
for
to.
that.
I guess Boondock Nation's not going to be the same as it used to be.
Why not?
Well, with most things happen, you know, people's life's going different direction. Dylan's having a baby. You can't be going out every weekend, especially when you live in the East. And so I think Jack's going to go out on his own, but they'll still do the events as Boondock Nation, but the regular vlogs are going to stop.
The looks of it might change a little.
Yeah, it'll be Jack. I think he's going to do his own guiding, and he's going to travel around under his own brand.
Okay.
Boondock Nation as a brand is a pretty big brand, so it'll continue on just differently.
Yeah.
So, you know, that's what happens.
And you're winding up your season, you said, coming this weekend?
Yeah, this weekend we're going with
We're
the boys. I got my buddy
talking-
from Florida coming.
Sweet.
I'm
And
gonna-
he's going to borrow a sled? Or how?
He's gonna ride. He's gonna ride my Turbo Do.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I'm gonna ride Khaos.
Yep.
Because the boost is in the shop, so.
You guys got a couple riders going? I know
We-
I was invited. I'm in that group
Yes,
chat.
yeah, you're in that
I've
group
silenced
chat.
the
You
chat.
silenced the chat. I bet that got out of hand a bit. Yeah, we got Chris Hudikoff. Chris the big shoot climber. And then we got Josh, and then my buddy Florida. My buddy Dave from Florida.
Just call him Florida.
Just call him Florida. I'm going to Spokane in the morning to pick him up.
Oh.
And then we were driving, and my buddy Seth, he's going to meet us. He's from McCall, Idaho.
Yep.
And then we'll spend the night in Nelson. We'll show the boys Nelson, the 4 modern city blocks in the mountains. And
those
then
guys will like that.
Yeah, I think they'll.
Especially Florida.
Yeah, he'll really like that. So Dave's coming a couple trips with me. He's come to Out West Sled Fest. Like, I always remember the look on his face. So Dave's got maybe 10 days under his belt. And at that time, he maybe had 5. And so the riding there's high elevation riding, so you're riding at 8,000, 9,000, 10,000 feet. And the Boondock Boys, we drop in, and when you drop in, like a drop in, side paneling down through trees. Dave looks at me and goes,
not happening.
And he goes, I go, just do what we do. Just get the sled on his side and just nose her down till we get down into the creek area, and then we'll try to figure it out there. But not having a clinic under his belt, or not having, he trial by fire, really. He got to learn how to ride by just kind of,
Did he do it? Did he
he did. Or he got to the bottom, he's like, well, now what? So I go, now we got to go up this creek. And don't get me wrong, there's 50, 60 riders. It came a kind of a crapshoot. Don't be the last guy through there.
No.
Yeah.
Well, unless you want to be like Kasturkey and Muskoka and the Big Iron.
And the Big Iron.
It's like Jackson Hole.
That's right. Yeah.
The 50th guy up the chute.
Right, I know, right? Highway. Yeah.
So, well, then we might as well switch gears now. You wanted to talk about that event.
Oh, what, the Big Iron?
No.
Oh.
The proven progression.
I was choked. I didn't get to go. If I was home, I was
going to ask, though. So you guys are going sledding this weekend.
Yeah.
This is why we kind of swirled back into that question. Okay. Are you guys going to watch it Friday night?
Well,
and how are you going to?
I think we'll have to go up to the ridge.
Or does someone have a Starlink?
I'm not too sure.
Maybe you should throw that into the group chat.
Yeah, that's right.
Does anyone have a Starlink? Because there'll be a generator.
I'll throw that in the group chat right now.
They have a generator, I hope.
I think
there's one on site.
I think Hootie's bringing one.
Okay. Because you're going to want a Starlink then, if you're at that cabin, to be able to.
Anyone have Starlink?
And then put it on silent. Fire up.
But I know you can get signal on the ridge.
Okay.
If you go up high enough, but
I don't want to do that.
In the
what
dark,
time does it come out?
I'm assuming it's a 7 premiere, right? Or is it Friday night it comes out?
Friday night.
Well, we could always. Well, I'll watch it when I get back. But anyways, I wish I would have went, because I remember back in the day when sled films were a thing. At the theaters, the whole hype of that, and that's when I wasn't even
premieres that I was doing.
Yeah,
it was so much fun.
Yeah, it got the hype going, and I didn't even own a snowmobile then. I just watched snowmobiling, and whatever was coming out, I loved it. I loved, and then now with Nate, and I started watching Backcountry Alliance because he was the only one that edited like Alex. He understood how to grab your attention. He used, sound effects, sound design, all over the music, and great storytelling, and just great shooting.
Yeah.
So, and then, with the talent of Kasturkey and all those riders, all you need is a good storyteller and a good editor. And that movie was 50 minutes long? Give or take?
40 probably.
I bet you that was 400 hours of editing.
Yeah. So it was pretty cool. I'm going to touch on it here. What they did, and they brought all 5 filmers onto the stage and interviewed them, 4 or 5 of them. And one of them, I think I touched on this in my last podcast with Blair, and we said how he even was ex-military. And when he got out of the military, he was struggling, looking for something to do, and went that route. But so every one of them did an interview, told them the story, and they were all filming. They're all great riders.
Yeah.
I mean, like Alex Hansen. All great riders, because they got to be able to get out there and ride.
That's right.
And they all did their own little segment. So as they talked, they all did their own 1-minute video of themselves riding.
So the filmers got...
The filmers got a little bit...
That's awesome, because obviously we always get forgotten about, which is whatever. But
so that was really cool. So it wasn't just that it was a movie premiere.
They made it a full event.
It was a full event.
Yes. And then backwards, Chet is crazy with he's an idea guy, man.
He knows how to fire people up.
I know. I love that about him. He has
held his composure, and he made the event what it was by being the MC.
That's right. Yeah.
Even when they were interviewing all 5 of those filmers, the crowd was getting a little noisy.
Right.
You could hear them in the back. They're underneath us. It's a dual stage theater.
Oh, yeah.
And we're up on the top deck. You can hear down below how noisy it is.
Right.
And he tiptoed away, and I knew what he was doing. He's going down, and he just asked everyone to quiet down a little bit while this interview's happening. Right. Everyone was then good, and then he circled back around to his seat, and it was perfect. So he really took control of that whole theater.
He does that at heydays. He like that backwoods booth is the biggest draw there, and he's such a great MC. He knows well, when you're passionate about what he does, you know, it comes naturally, right? You know, you know, and it's nice though, like to have the filming back, because I think David McKinney kind of carried it on his shoulders for a lot of years with the 509 edits, right? Because there's no films anymore, you know, and at that high quality.
So there's another one coming.
Yeah, it's called Resume.
Is it Resume?
Apparently it has this professional drone pilot, like FPV guy.
Oh, that one isn't the one I'm thinking of. Okay. I thought there was another YouTube based, not an actual. I thought it was. Oh, boy. Drawn a blank on who I think it is that made this film. I apologize for anyone that watches the podcast, but I'm not coming up with it.
If you know in the comments, put it in the comments.
Hey, say that's my YouTube video I'm releasing.
Yeah.
But I know that I subscribed to them on YouTube to make sure that I've seen when it came out. Right. The second it dropped. And I thought theirs was dropping soon too.
Because I know Resume, I know Jack sort of talked about it on the DVD podcast. He's like, the drone, the guy who was flying the drone is top notch. Fly it around your head full speed.
It's the Muskoka crew. So Muskoka's in it.
Yeah, Muskoka's in it, But he also has Cody Hunt.
Calgary guys that are in this one. He's sponsored by Base Camp.
Oh, like what's
it? JP?
Pavan.
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought he might have something to do with this one.
He's probably in it. Yeah.
Anyway.
But yeah, there's one one that was filmed in Jackson Hole. It's called Resume.
So this is the drone, the crazy drone.
Yeah, crazy. Yeah, Cody Hunt's in it. Muskoka's in it. It's, and then I see all these creators now just making filming part of the ride now. Like, you know, that was the biggest thing. I know is guys around here, but they just want to ride. You know, it's hard, and I learned to capture. Well, the ride was going on.
It was really hard to unzip quickly when you pull into a zone.
Right.
Everyone goes and starts riding.
Right.
And you film it.
Yeah.
And then now you filmed it, and then the other part that sucks is now it's all tracked out, and you're the filmer. You don't get to ride it.
You don't get to ride it. Yeah. And I learned to capture along the way.
So is this film that you said Resume? Is it a YouTube or is it going to be a purchase?
I honestly, I don't know a ton about it, and I don't want to put up misinformation.
Yeah, I know. And I don't know that there's much of a market for people to sell a snowmobile movie anymore.
YouTube.
You got to do what Kasturkey did.
Yes.
And you went down, it's $50 American.
Yeah.
And
you got a full evening.
You got a full evening. Yeah. It was a cool event.
Yeah,
if you want to make some money, that's how you do it.
Yeah.
But Kasturkey benefits from it as well.
Yeah.
Because he is sponsored by Polaris. And to pump his own Polaris tires,
absolutely,
he's going to put on a Polaris event.
Yeah.
And that now makes Polaris happy. They gave him more free sleds.
That's right.
Like a full-on freaking 9R mod.
Yeah.
And now he's the big boy. He made his own big movie.
That's right. Yeah,
there's perks to it besides just making money off the DVD sales.
Absolutely. It's for promotion, right? And I think the more people we get involved, the more it becomes a bigger thing, because if we don't promote the sport, it'll get, it's a very expensive.
It's very expensive.
And the father-son thing, that was a huge, with you and your dad. And that's what the common theme, my dad didn't ride. I just ride on my own. But, it was a lot of father-sons. Father's Muskoka. He used to tag along with his dad. His dad came out. And he just picked up a thing. And now he's the biggest in the snowmobile industry, And our dads aren't really riding that much anymore.
No. My dad doesn't ride. See, Muskokas goes out with him, which is
Jerry's out there giving her, man. Like, I got to give that guy props, man.
He's very lucky to have his dad with him riding.
Yeah, 100%.
But a lot of the dads that are getting to that age are getting to an age where they struggle.
Yeah,
some have given it up. And some just can't do what they used to do and don't go to the same places.
Right, they're just doing cabin rides.
So you got to do cabin rides or whatever type that they're able to do.
Right.
But so now your numbers of snowmobilers are reducing right now as that, we'll call them the baby boomers after the war.
That's right.
That's what they are.
Yeah.
And as they are all aging, that's a massive gap or a hole in snowmobile.
And these boomers
sales.
got money.
They
you
do.
know, and where the younger generation, it's tough to ask a kid to pay $30,000 for a snowmobile. You know,
but it's not the end of the world if they don't.
You're right.
And
you
we did a podcast on this last year, and I want to do one on it again.
Yeah.
And my wife is really good at this because she's an accountant,
Right.
and she knows what people should and shouldn't spend money on.
That's right.
And she likes to make the point of, you don't need a brand new sled.
No.
And you don't need a turbo sled.
No.
And you don't need the special skis and the special suspension.
Yeah. No.
There's nothing wrong with riding a 5-year-old stock sled. Mm-hmm. The sleds of 5 years ago are awesome.
Yeah.
You can go buy a brand new 2024 Yamaha Mountain Max for I think $12,000 right now. Brand freaking new. Out the door. For $12,000.
Yeah.
So if someone wants to get into and they don't want to buy used, well, there's an option. But you can buy used.
I find it's been ingrained from your father because you needed performance parts back in the day to make those sleds better. And I think that culture has just moved on to I want bigger and better.
As you know, naturally it does happen.
Yeah, naturally. But if you're going to start out, if you're starting out straight up.
If your buddy from Florida, Dave, decides, hey, I want my own sled, but I'm going to leave it here.
Yeah, and that's eventually what he's going to do. Yeah. Because he's got his son coming up.
He doesn't have to buy a turbo either.
No,
he might have money. He might be able to afford it. Yeah. But I don't want everyone from Florida that wants to come up for a month of riding to think they have to buy a $30,000 snowmobile. They can get around on a $10,000 snowmobile if it needs a little TLC or a little maintenance after you buy it, but you just pick and choose when you're purchasing a sled. They would last those people that come up for years still.
Absolutely. Oh yeah.
And for the level of their riding, they don't need
you
a
guys
turbo
beat
anyway.
up. You beat up on me on these things.
I won the jacket at Big Iron Shootout last year on my 154 858.
Of course you did.
On an NA. So you don't. But a lot of it was skill. And preparation.
You're a very skilled rider.
But still, the sleds will do it.
100%.
The sleds will do it.
Absolutely.
They don't need to be turboed. And riding with you in your early days, I saw the turbo actually hindered you more than it benefited you. And a few of my friends, I've seen the same thing. Where the turbo caused more issues because as soon as it wheelies, it becomes uncontrollable and very unbalanced on the back of the snowmobile.
And it was getting me into places maybe I shouldn't have been in yet, and then not having to know how to get out of those places.
And when you went back to your Chaos, your NA Chaos,
and I rode that.
You got around really good again.
Yes, it's a very much lighter and easier handling sled.
It opened your eyes to how much more.
And it still had horsepower. It's
still does.
the Bikeman Stage 3.
It's more controllable.
Controllable, yeah. And I enjoy riding that sled. I really do. I'm less tired. And a lot of people are going back to NA. Melissa, a girl we work with, she's just going to ambassador. She's going back to NA because she goes, I can go anywhere with the NA and it's lighter, and she's strong. It's not like she can't throw a turbo around.
An NA sled can have the throttle held pinned longer under a more controlled state.
Right.
When you pin a turbo, there has to be more throttle control there because the sled will start to wheelie. You got to know how to let off. You don't want to let off too much and lose your track speed.
100%. So
it is easier for people to learn on a non-turboed sled. Yes.
So do you think Arctic Cat will eventually come with a turbo?
Yeah.
They have to.
They will. So we speculate. My prediction was I think they'll get in bed with a turbo manufacturing company that's already perfected the turbo.
Right.
Yamaha did this with MPI.
Okay.
So when the Viper and the Sidewinder came out, they paired up with MPI, and you could buy Viper with an MPI turbo kit.
Right.
Warrantable. So I bet you they do the same thing with Ibex, was my prediction. If I was to put money on anyone.
Yeah.
Because they used to be Bully Dog. So they know what they're doing.
Right, yeah.
They are really smart. That was my guess. It could be any one of them. I don't know which one it'll be, but I bet you that's what's going to happen. Yeah. Because as soon as Arctic Cat releases a snowmobile like they did last year, The 858 was a little bit behind because everyone else had an 850 for so long.
Yeah.
Okay. It takes a year. They refine, they tune, they create, and make better. Well, now what's going to happen is they'll release a turbo, and everyone's going to bash it and say the Skidoo and the Polaris completely beat on the Arctic Cat turbo. Well, yeah, but Arctic Cat and Polaris have fucking 6 years of development to make it the best they can possibly make it. And I've snowmobiled with the tuner from Polaris.
Yeah.
And they are tuning these things so perfectly. Yeah. So Arctic Cat would be better off then, and this is why I think this is what they're going to do, joining up with Ibex that has now moving on to the second year, third if you count the 600, of tuning the Catalyst chassis for a turbo. And it would produce a really good turbo kit.
Well, Alex, let us know. Yeah, no, it's exciting. I got some new sponsors this year.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about that.
Yeah, I got some new sponsors. I am not with 2B Outerwear anymore.
No, so 2B, we all know that. We don't even need to talk about it. If you don't know about it,
then
you shouldn't even be freaking watching anything snowmobile related.
So you always know when I'm on
awesome. So you reached out to him? Did you invest at all?
I'm on the team. I'm on the team with Tomas, right? So there will be no gear this year, which is fine. You know, it kind of happened really quickly.
What are you going to wear?
I'm just going to wear
your old gear.
My old gear.
We don't need to touch on it.
Yeah, my old gear.
Okay.
I guess I'll find out soon about the investment opportunities there, because you'll be able to invest in, but they're going to keep it small.
Yes.
You're only going to be able to invest a little bit of money, and that gives voices to everybody, right? There'll be a board, obviously, and you know, and there are professional investors that have, you know, invested.
But they created a company once already, and it was very successful.
Yes.
But then they got taken from them by investors.
By private equity.
And redo it, start over.
Yeah. And then
any mistakes they may have made previously, they won't make them again.
Won't make, and you learn from your mistakes, right? And it'll be a riders company.
Yeah.
For riders, by riders. Yeah. Even Tomas, he's a rider before he ever was a designer of suits and apparel, right? So who else then? Royal Distributing. So they're a distributor from the East. Yep. They're huge. They got huge stores. They've got a store now in Edmonton, so they're trying to get into the Western market. You know, they sell snowmobile parts of every kind, denomination, off-market, market. You know, they got their own house brands. They sell the M77 track.
You need a few of them.
So, you know, that's maybe a bigger reason why, you know, I approached them. But you know, through that process, they hold their riders accountable.
Parts Canada, do they sell the CKX? CXK, CKX. Yeah, I think it's CKX.
Yeah.
They do?
I think they sell every.
They sell a whole bunch.
They sell every brand.
Well, no, not Climb though.
Climb they don't sell Climb.
Don't think so.
Oh.
No, but aren't they part of that takeover of 2B?
Who?
Parts Canada.
No, it wasn't Parts Canada. It was the.
Or was that Royal Distributing?
It wasn't Royal Distributing. It was. What's the French company? The other French company. Kimpex.
Oh, that's right.
Kimpex, yes. Kimpex, yeah. They have the Canadian distributors for.
I'm starting to think. I thought one of them big ones.
Yeah, no. World Distributing is big. So they have motorcycle stuff, snowmobile stuff, but parts like a throttle cable. You know, but
perfect.
It's perfect, right? You know, parts if you know trying to make this sport. You know,
before when I first started riding with you a couple years ago. You had started a YouTube sale link of some kind where you could purchase things through your YouTube account.
So that's like associate marketing.
Is there any way for you to do that with Parts Canada now too?
You mean Royal Distributing? Yeah.
Sorry, Royal Distributing.
No, I think they want you to promote.
Just promote.
Yeah, promote the brand and you just being an ambassador to the sport, right? And then whatever you buy from them, there's obviously a discount, right? Every rider's different. There's riders that've been there for lots of years. It's Performance Northwest is now kind of gone away.
Unfortunately, gone down.
Yeah.
So, Bikeman, you still have?
Yeah, I'm still involved with Bikeman.
Because you put that big turbo kit on your.
Oh, I know, and I wanted to ride it this year, and I really haven't had a chance to open it up because it got built in the spring.
So it still has the big turbo kit.
Still has the big Mo turbo on it, but
Bikeman
Bikeman now has a tuner for your phone, so you can tune. You don't have to plug in a computer anymore. You just buy the dongle, it plugs into your sled, it communicates with your phone. There's a TorqueLink app now, so you can change the TorqueLink tunes right on the app.
Well,
boom, I have access to all the tunes, so I could play around with them. Put the big horsepower tune on it. So that's great just for ease of doing that, right? You don't have to bring it back to the trailer. And then Tempest came on this year. A couple of guys had the goggles last year, and then my big on the mountain, nothing annoys me more than goggles.
Now, aren't they the ones that'll auto shade?
Yes.
Yes.
Did you see the thing with the black light, the UV, they'll auto shade? Yep. So, don't quote me. I think these guys were involved with the atom bomb. That was Oakley's glasses that heated.
Okay.
Yeah, that was like I'm pretty sure that's what they were involved. So they started Tempest, and then Wally had them last year. And a couple pairs made it into Canada last year. And man, they're like, I was like, "Are you sure you guys ain't paid by these guys?" They just did no problem. He's like, I usually bring 2-3 pairs of goggles, especially if you're not having the battery operated ones, right? And so they got patented technology where the battery's in the thing, so you just plug it in here, and it lasts 2 to 3 days.
Holy, so the whole trip.
There's no on and off button. You just charge it.
So for your whole trip, you're pretty much
you're covered, and you can bring 1 pair of glasses.
Yeah.
Bring 2 just in case, but and I told those guys like, I hope you guys are ready for like your launch, and I think they're almost sold out. They're not quite sold out yet, but
good for them.
You don't have to deal with the wire. You don't have to deal with the battery. I've had all the goggles.
When you get them, maybe bring a pair in one day.
Yeah, absolutely.
Check them out.
We'll actually, they're coming on the ferry. I'm leaving tomorrow. They're going to be here Thursday. Josh is going to bring them on the ferry.
Perfect.
when they come across, so I can use them this weekend. They expedited my order, so
perfect,
which was nice. I think we're in for a really good snow year.
Yep. So as the science has said, with the past El Niñas,
yes,
they have been warm.
Yeah.
But big snow years.
And,
so we're gonna. I feel the same way. Up high, we're gonna get it.
Yeah.
I don't think we'll like I said earlier in the podcast. I don't think we're gonna get her in town. It's not gonna be super cold. When we do get snow, it'll be a warm snow.
Yes, and cold up top.
And cold enough.
Cold enough. That's the thing, right? Cold enough, just enough.
Yeah.
And we're due, man. I remember when I first moved here, I was in Arizona, and we got that dumping Kimberly like 3.5 feet in town. You could not drive your car down the street. I was in LAX, and I had convinced. I seen guys with ski boots. They're skiing. Well, where are you guys going? He's like, well, we're probably gonna fly. I think they're gonna go to Montana, and Montana never got. It got snow, but never got
as much.
And I go, listen. I showed him a picture from my neighbor of the street,
Kimberly.
right in Kimberly, and they're like, where's that? I'm like, you can fly into Calgary, and there's lots of shuttles. They changed their flight there to fly to Calgary.
And then drive.
And then they drove into the mountains. Yeah. These are guys who are big time skiers, and they're like, well, that's where the snow is. That's where we're going.
Well, they had to go to Lake Louise or whatever.
Sunshine.
They had the same
Banff.
snow
Yes,
there.
that's right. Yeah. So, and I'm excited for that. I'm excited. We're gonna do lots of filming.
I think
so. Big Iron Shootout this year is going to be the biggest it's ever been.
The smallest
it's ever been.
We'll see. I'll keep you in the loop. Okay, so I would like to wrap things up here.
Yeah.
Trying to keep the podcast to within an hour's time frame.
Right.
I find that if we drag them out too long, people start to lose attention and then wrap up.
Yeah.
So I'd like to thank you for coming on again, Blair.
It's always fun.
So had you on for the first, second podcast, and then now again for, I think I'm on 12 or 13.
You're on 12 or 13, and you're getting some big numbers now.
Yeah, just keep going up.
That's good.
I'm learning a few tricks of the trade on how to make sure your file is named appropriately.
Right.
So when Google searches, your video will come up,
that's
because when Google searches, it searches file names on YouTube.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of tricks that I'm kind of learning as we go.
Do you think you want to go to the 2-camera setup?
No,
You like
because
this?
it's going to be more editing time.
Yeah.
And one thing I don't have is a lot of time. Being a parent and having a sled shop of my own and modding sleds up and working on this and that. I mean, there's the junker in the back corner.
Before I did a little promo here, I was like, well, everyone knows the big sled, but I go, Sheldon's got this, I think it's a 600. Is it a Mountain Cat?
Oh.
Or Snow Pro?
It says on the hood. I thought it said Puma.
Oh,
I might be wrong.
Pause
this for 1 second.
All right. Hey, hold on here.
Cougar. No, it's a Cougar.
It's a Cougar. Yeah. What's this track line?
That was trying to sell it.
Yeah.
And I offered him a case of beer.
Well, that's...
And he took it.
It runs?
I gave him a case. Yeah, I got it fired up there last week. So it was running, had her zinging away. So now the next one's going to be handlebars. I had to change all the fuel lines to get it running.
Right.
So all the fuel lines are done.
Yeah.
Even the pickup line in the tank was completely corroded.
Yeah.
Just gone.
Gone.
It
wasn't even there anymore yet.
So redid all that.
Yeah.
But now it runs. So now I'll do the handlebars, get the controls up top all working, and it'll be rideable.
Yeah.
Once it's rideable, then I can tinker away with certain items.
Right.
And kind of rebuild it. How much rebuilding I do, I don't know yet.
Yeah.
Whether it'll just be a rat rod.
Yeah.
Or if I'll actually clean it up to make it like a Brant kind of.
I'm telling you, these vintage sleds do well on social media. They one of before on YouTube. My biggest video was when I rode my that shitty Polaris I bought the 06 Dragon. 900 almost sunk Polaris. I sold it to a buddy. He put BMX bars on it. He put like $2,500 into this sled, not even worth $1,000. But he wanted it running, and he's like, "Do you want to ride it?" Because I never really got to ride it in the mountains. I only rode it in Ontario, and it was the big sled. And
you did a vlog.
I did a vlog with it, and I got like 17,000 views. And for me at the time, that was unheard of.
Muskoka's biggest video up until Big Iron was this old Summit that he had. 700 video.
And probably million. Did he get a million?
I don't know. He just told me that was his biggest video he ever had for viewers until Big Iron.
Big Iron shootout. Yeah. Right.
So I gotta, like I said, I'm short on time, so editing will be limited to one.
Right.
And kind of stick to kind of what I got going on. But and it's nice. I can do remote. So my next podcast I hope to do on site at Ghost Rider with a friend of mine from Sparwood. Chris Durati. So watch for that one. Next week. Thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button if you're enjoying these.
Yeah, subscribe to Kaptain Khaos.
I'll put the link in the comments for that.
There you go.
Thank you.
All right. Peace.